What's going on, fellas, and welcome back to the channel. We have another Madden wishlist video for you guys today. This isn't necessarily an important thing. However, I feel very passionately about this one because it has everything to do with drafting in Madden, which is definitely my favorite thing about the game. So with that being said, fellas, welcome to Once in a Generation players. So as you guys know from my Goat Hunters series a while back, there is actually an opportunity to draft a once in a generation player. However, that series was inevitably cut short just because the overalls were so predictable. Now currently, as it stands in Madden 18, we are only able to draft quarterbacks that fall under this category. OGPs can vary from 84 to 87 overall respectively depending on your scheme, and the more likely than not balanced archetype quarterbacks, which can also eventually lead into West Coast and a couple of others rarely. However, the foundation or the eventual position is always going to be a balanced quarterback. So if you are hunting for one of these once in a generation quarterbacks, make sure you scout in week 3, which is the earliest you are able to, and find the best balanced quarterbacks, and maybe keep an eye on the top quarterback if he may be West Coast or strong arm, as they can change to balance later in the season. Now the OGPs are always the best quarterback in the class and also have an opportunity for 2 A's, an A and an A-, or even, very rarely again, 3 A-. They are no shorter than 6'3" and are more typically found at around 6'5", 6'4". I've seen them go up to 6'6" before, but more so than not, they're going to be 6'4" or 6'5", rarely 6'3" or 6'6". Now, as much as I love this feature because I don't know if it was in Madden 17, I didn't really pay attention to it, I would love to see this trend stick around. However, I would like to see it broaden out and be across multiple positions. Now, what I mean by that is, in the current game that we have, you cannot draft a JJ Watt or Khalil Mack, Antonio Brown. You can't draft a player like that. In saying that though, you can focus train, and by also adding superstar development to this, you can definitely get to 99 in just a couple years. But all in all, if you've ever played franchise or experienced with it, there are just way too many factors to get a young superstar to 99 overall without getting some kind of bonuses like Rookie of the Year, Offensive or Defensive Player of the Year, breaking records, all that kind of thing. So if you draft a player who looks really good but you have a really bad team, you're probably not going to be breaking many records or having too many people winning Offensive Player of the Year, which ultimately does impact them. And I will say from my experience, it is pretty hard to get a rookie to 99 overall before the age of 25 or 26. Simply put, can we please add randomized 87 overalls, or have a very low chance at drafting somebody even up into the 90 that also vary in a multitude of positions? Now, a 90 overall kicker would be pretty troll, but that's against the point, because after spending almost 2 years doing nothing but franchises and drafting year after year after year, though drafting is definitely the funnest part of my Madden experience, it's also very predictable and ultimately becomes very stale. I was also thinking about even taking it a step further and adding something like a legendary development trait. This development trait cannot be bought and can only be drafted, and we could even add a second layer of depth. So not only would they have their legend to slow development trait, they would also have a 1 to 99 rating indicating where they sit in their initial category. But the whole legendary development trait thing and the second layer of 1 to 99 is for a completely different video. If you want to see me talk about that, make sure you let me know in the comment section. I really can't express how much your support matters on these particular videos. The more popular these get through likes and shares, the more likely a dev may stumble across one of these and we can actually put this in a fruition. Even though these videos are technically classified as a wish list, that doesn't mean that these aren't things that I actually want implemented in the game. Now, the chance of this happening is probably very, very, very low, but this is a possibility that we can make happen as a community. All I'm trying to do is make our franchise experience the best possible experience. But that being said, as always, I much appreciate you guys rocking with the video. If you made it this far, you are the real MVP. Hope the rest of your day is awesome, and from me personally, I'm out. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.